Hello students, welcome to biology class, and today's topic for Neet exam is double fertilization. As we all know that double fertilization is a very unique event which is only seen in flowering plants or angiospermic plants. Now what is double fertilization actually is? For that we have to move to the diagram, and this is the embryo sac of a angiospermic plant. Now the embryo sac is 7-celled and 8 nucleated structure. It is also a very unique feature of an angiospermic plant that the embryo sac of a flowering plant is 7-celled and 8 nucleated. Now what it means? It has antipodal cells on the one side of the embryo sac. In the middle, it has a central cell which has 2 polar nuclei, and in the other side, it has a full egg apparatus which contains 2 synergid cells and 1 egg cell. An egg cell in 1 in number, synergids are 2, 3 antipodals and 1 central cell. So we have 7 cell and 8 nucleated structure because central cell contains 2 polar nuclei. Now let's come to the double fertilization. As we all know that the male gametes are 2 in number. Pollen tube has 2 male gametes. So what happens is when pollen tube enter into the embryo sac, one of the male gametes enter towards the synergids and it is guided by synergids towards the egg cell. So one of the male gamete is guided by synergids and it comes to the egg cell and it gets fused with egg cell. Now this fusion of male gamete with the egg cell, this is the egg cell and this is the male gamete, it leads to the formation of a diploid structure which is known as zygote. And this fusion of one male gamete with the egg cell is known as syngamy. Now future embryo, and it is going to take its nutrition from this endosperm. So, if we have to summarize this, egg cell, which is haploid, one male gamete, which is also haploid, together they fuse to form zygote, which is 2M, and it is the future embryo. And this process is known as syngamy. On the other side, we have two polar nuclei present in the central cell, each having ploidy N, that is haploid. So, N plus N, and we have other male gamete which is going to get fused with these two polar nuclei, which is also haploid, and it is going to form a triploid structure, that is primary endosperm nucleus, which is also known as PEN, pen. And in future, this is going to form endosperm, which is a nutritive tissue from which our zygote and our future embryo is going to derive its nutrition. And here, as we all know, and I have discussed it already, that here two polar nuclei is getting fused with one male gamete, and they have two N ploidy, each having N ploidy, and fusing with one male gamete. So it is called as triple fusion. And the structure here that is formed, that is pen, is 3N. So that's why here are two fusions are occurring here, two fertilizations are occurring. That's why this whole scenario